Well, we're back with Lynne and Claire from Wild Roots Organic Cafe out at Pensacola Beach. The first thing that I want to do is eat a popsicle because this used to be Beach Pops. They've determined that they're now Wild Roots because they expanded their menu. So tell me about the Beach Pops we have in front of us and then let's start eating them.
Okay, well, for any of you who come to Beach Pops, you know that we make everything from fruit to ice cream and non-dairy as well. So this tray here is our fruity, a good example of our fruit ones. We've got some Berrylicious, we've got Fuzzy Navel there, Down Under, Melon Garden.
And it's so pretty. It looks just fruity and summery. I love that.
It is.
Okay.
And then this one here is nut milk. So they're made with coconut milk and almond milk. We've got a Chunky Monkey. We have a Speckled Lizard. We have Mocha Beach that has espresso in it.
Ooh,
that's mine.
Which one's that one?
That has cinnamon. And then here.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then this here is our ice cream selection. We've got creme caramel, which is probably our #1 seller. We make it with our homemade dulce de leche.
Oh, wow.
And then we also have a chocolate perfection, a strawberry dream.
Okay, do you want to trade out?
No.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
For this one because I love this color.
All right.
Is this the Berrylicious?
Yes,
it tastes Berrylicious.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is an antioxidant pill right there. It's just amazing.
Okay, why would you take an antioxidant pill when you could eat this Beach Pop?
I think a good point also that in saying that is why would you take any pill instead of just eating a proper diet that could benefit you.
Touche.
And so, you know, I think that that's a really wonderful thing that we can highlight today is that there's so many wonderful qualities in all of these food products that by eating whole foods and eating real food that you can do so much better for your body than taking something to do a quick fix. Now, I know we were talking about before we got started on break, kind of the caloric differences. You know, obviously the ice cream bases are going to be a little bit more, but because they are, you know, fresh and they don't use any, you said a word that I wasn't familiar with earlier, stabilizers and preservatives.
Exactly.
So they're still certainly not going to be anywhere near anything that you buy prepackaged at a store, but then they go down from there with the nut milks, and then the fruit-based ones are only like 45 calories.
And these
so
are only 100 for something with ice cream in it. That's really good.
So for me, I feel like I could eat all three and not feel bad.
Plus the ones that, even though they are higher in calorie, they do have quite a bit of protein in it from dairy. We do not add much sugar.
Okay.
I mean, our product is nutritionally based, so sugar from our perspective is not our friend, and we use it only to create a treat. A treat needs to have a level of sweetness so you can identify it as a yum, right? So within these, there would be no more than 1 teaspoon of added sugar. That's 4 grams or 16 calories. So the calories do not come from sugar in our product.
It's from that good. I know you use quality ingredients. When we talk about
all organic,
better, but. So that's like the good fats and the good proteins.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, 4 teaspoons of sugar, that's really incredible for something like that.
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon, 4 grams.
Yes.
That's really amazing.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, when you compare that to a normal ice cream, which is probably going to have upward of 50 grams of sugar.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Look at those nutrition labels, y'all.
It is a marked difference in terms of what is being delivered here. Yes.
Well, we're going to make smoothies in a second with these delicious looking greens, but you told me the reason that you started with Beach Pops was to sort of introduce children to nutritional treats and that are good for them. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
I do, yes. So as we talked before, nutrition is 80% of our health.
Wow.
If you don't fuel your cells with real nutrition, then we are going to have illnesses. It can't be avoided. So with children, if you understand how the brain works and how it develops, they're basically in a taping mode up until the time they're about 6.
Okay.
And so they learn about life by just being a tape recorder. And this all goes into our subconscious, and this drives the rest of our lives. It drives our beliefs, it drives our comforts, it drives how we associate with food or animals or whatever, and how we interact with people.
So you're saying if my mom gives me a Twinkie and that's a special treat, the rest of my life I'm going to think, you know, processed sugary, you know,
Twinkie.
chemical things. That's the the love and the treat, whereas if I go to somewhere like Beach Pops when I'm young and that's the treat, or fruit, you know, whatever it is, which is how I was raised, thanks Mom, then that's what you associate with being that treat and being something special and sweet. And it has plenty of the fructose, the good in limited quantities sugar.
Absolutely.
And it's very good. So let's get this smoothie going.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay, so we're gonna make our green smoothie today, which is very simple, very basic. It's spinach, kale, mango, pineapple, and date. And that's what we use as our sweetener, but you know, you could throw some honey or some agave in there. So this is baby kale, and it's not nearly as bitter as grown kale, but it still has it's a nutrient powerhouse. It's very, very good for your body, very good for your liver. So we're gonna grab some kale and some spinach. We like to pack our greens down there in the bottom.
I like the looks of this already.
Yeah, and then a little bit of frozen pineapple. We don't like to make them super sweet. You know, we do wanna stick to the basics here and, you know, show you greens do taste good. They are good for your body, and we wanna, you know, make that association. So we make sure to take the little pit out of our date there. That would not be very tasty. And then we're gonna use almond milk as our base.
And in the shop, you can decide whatever base you want. You could have almond milk, coconut milk, any of the dairy milks. You could also have water, tea, black tea, green tea. So totally up to you how you want to blend it.
Right. So we're going to stick this on our base here, and this is going to be a little bit loud.
Yummy. I love it.
And our smoothies at our shop are color named. So we've already made a brown in advance that we know you guys will enjoy. It is a super way of drinking coffee in the morning.
Oh,
and
great.
A healthy way.
I love this.
Yes.
Because just a little tidbit with caffeine. Caffeine has a nasty habit of shutting down our insulin sensitivity. So at a time when you're taking in caffeine with sugar,
Make sure
is the worst time you need that to be shut down in your body. So we create one that has, we use banana as a sweetener, and we put raw cacao nibs in it, and your coffee, and it's just a great way to have your coffee in the morning.
Yeah, that's something that's very interesting to me, because I've always noticed that within myself, if I eat something, a super sweet treat,
like
I immediately will crash.
Absolutely.
Immediately afterwards, and so that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I try to stay away from eating a lot of sweets because I recognize that within myself. Okay, this looks delicious. So
Hey, cheers.
Oh my goodness.
Can't wait.
Isn't that delicious?
This is, you guys, it tastes like the greens, but it tastes so good. I love that you let that shine through, because that's incredible. I mean, Jessica, what do you think?
I agree, absolutely. I think too often we try to mask the flavor of what we're eating. And this is a really, I mean, you can taste the freshness of it, but then it's not too earthy. I think is something that something people could relate to.
Sweetness.
You know, it's not too earthy, and so there's just a hint of sweetness, but you can definitely still taste all the wonderful greens in it.
It tastes awesome.
And let's talk a bit about why we blend and why we love our greens. Greens are full of potassium. The body needs potassium. It's one of the most prevalent minerals in our body. It's probably the third most prevalent in our body. And we hear a lot about sodium and restricting sodium intake because of blood pressure and all kinds of other health issues. This is basically a deficiency of potassium in your body.
Okay.
Because you need to keep those minerals in balance. So 4 times potassium to sodium. Great way to get that potassium in. We all think of banana, but you'd have to eat probably 10 or 11 bananas a day, and that's not a good thing. Or you can have 7 to 8 cups of greens and vegetables. And that will help your body. It will reduce all cravings for sugar and all of those things, because these things are all critical in the makeup of our body. So we blend because we want the fiber, We don't believe people get enough fiber. And I think the daily intake right now is supposed to be 25 to 30 grams. It probably, prehistoric would have been probably 300 grams. So somehow I think we could go higher than 30. And again, this is an amazing way to get in your fiber.
So your mom was right, you should eat your greens.
Absolutely.
Well, that's all we have
right.
time for with the beach pops and the awesome smoothies, but Lynne, Claire, thank you so much for coming today. We so appreciate hearing your story, learning about healthy eating. You guys go check out Wild Roots at the beach. It's right by the Hilton across the street, by the Aveda Salon. And what's the website again?
The website is wildrootsorganicfoods.com. So if you want to go and check it out, it does have S's. So I'm going to say that one more time, wildrootsorganicfoods.com. And you can go and check out, their amazing story and look up. And do you have your menu online?
All the menus.
Awesome.
Beach pops and Wild
Absolutely.
Roots.
Wonderful. You guys check it out and stay tuned with us. We're going to go check up with Nicole Stacy from the Pensacola Beach Chamber and talk about Taste on the Beach. I think we're going to
have that brown smoothie.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.